The day of the first dawn, Ojoti Ojodi Ojo. Here in Ife, I will be telling you my real story to Olojo Festival. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Orúkọ tèmi ni olórí Caroline Bámigbádé. Mo jẹ́ olóyè ní ìlú Ìyèmí ní Yèyé Oge, ilẹ̀ funfun ọ̀pá. Mo tún jẹ́ olóyè ní club Yèyé Mòólú. Mo jẹ́ nọ́ọ̀sì agábẹ́rẹ́ ní General Hospital. But Olojo Festival ó jẹ́ ọdún kan tó ní ìtumọ̀ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, kì í ṣe ilé Ifẹ̀ nìkan. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ Oòduà ni Ọlọ́jọ́ ti jẹ́ pàtàkì. Ọlọ́jọ́ jẹ́ ọjọ́ tó yẹ pé ọdún tó yẹ pé a máa rántí tí a dá ilẹ̀ Oòduà. Ọjọ́ tí Afẹ̀wọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ̀kalẹ̀ láti dá ìlú Ilé Ifẹ̀ kalẹ̀. So gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Oòduà dẹ̀ pọ̀ káàkiri títí dé ilẹ̀ Benin, dé gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá káàárọ̀ òjíire. Gbogbo ibẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọ Oòduà wà, àwọn Lámúrúdù gbogbo wọn ibẹ̀ náà wà. So a máa ń ṣe àyájọ́ ọjọ́ ẹ̀ní láti rántí ọjọ́ tí a ṣẹ̀dá ayé. Ọjọ́ àwọn wọ́n máa ń pe sọ̀rọ̀ kan ní Ilé Ifẹ̀ pé Ifẹ̀ ni ojúmọ́ ti mọ́ wá. Ibẹ̀ ni a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ orírun Yorùbá. Nítorí náà la ṣe máa ń gbé lárugẹ.
Please welcome Sheyi, the ex-one. So I would like you to talk about this Olojo Festival this year, and also the acceptance of our culture and youth this year.
I would say it's a whole lot better than last year when I was here. We're not as many, well, there were young people, but in my demographic, not as much as we would prefer. But this year, the turnout was much more impressive because, yes, the Olojo Festival is the same thing that happens every other year. The only difference is that it gets better every single year. So as the year goes by, I will believe that it will keep getting better. And with time, we would like to encourage that more youths come home and pick up these things that we have, because this is our own culture. We are not West. We are not Western. We are more African than ever. This is our normal attire. This is how we live our lives. These are the things we do in order for our lives to get better. And the more we reject what we have, the farther away from the truth we go. And trust me, that only spells doom. So I would advise every single youth, every single young person in diaspora and locally, please we are encouraging you. We are hoping that you will also give us the energy to do the needful so that more people can find out more about culture in our country and about ourselves as well.
We're looking at culture and youth. What do you think the part of culture with the understanding of youth these days?
Well, I mean, there are definitely youths that are like very much interested in like the Nigerian culture generally. We can take the Yoruba culture, for example. It's actually really, really beautiful. And I mean, the way the world is going, there's this old thing about 21st century youth. You know, we have to stay woke, and people just feel like being cultural is archaic, kind of.
Is it archaic? It's to you? What is it?
To me, it's beautiful, really. It's like really, really beautiful. Coming here, seeing all this very different traditions. I mean, it has meaning. Everything has a meaning. There's a meaning for every. There's this each like when they did the display of all the orishas and stuff like that. Everything has a meaning. Everything has what they carry. Yeah, it has a story behind it. Exactly.
I believe Olojo Festival is just a festival in remembrance of all the deities of Ife, Yoruba land in particular. Actually, it has been fun. It's nice. It's been my first time experiencing this, and I participated as a model, Oya model. Representing Oya today, it's nice. It gives me more insights about the culture of Yoruba land.
Mo encourage àwọn youth wa a ti ń bá àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìbọ̀ láti bí ọdún mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn káwa náà lè máa ṣe bí àwọn other people ṣe ń ṣe. A dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí àwọn youth wa náà kàn join wa kàn darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ọdọọdún là ń raṣọ, kò ń ṣe ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ là ń raṣọ. Ọdọọdún la máa ń raṣọ. Ọdún ọlọ́jọ́ jẹ́ ọjọ́ tí ọjọ́ di ọjọ́. Ọjọ́ tí gbogbo àgbáyé di ọjọ́ kankan ṣoṣo. Mo encourage láti ìlú òyìnbó, láti gbogbo bíkíbi sábàwà. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń fi tífẹ̀ ń fi èèyàn kankan ṣe mọ́. Èmi náà ti ń wá láti bí ọdún mẹ́wàá sẹ́yìn ni mo ti ń wá fún ọlọ́jọ́. Kó tó wá di pé àwa ń dá ẹgbẹ́ bọ́ba gúnwà, ẹgbẹ́ bọ́ba níyì, ẹgbẹ́ bọ́ba sẹwà, ẹgbẹ́ yèyé mòlú, àwa dá sílẹ̀ pé ká máa fi support bàbá wa Ọ̀nìrìṣà. Kádé wọn pẹ́ lórí, kí bàtà wọn pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀, kán kó àjẹ́ pẹ́. Kán mọ̀ ṣàìsàn, kán mọ̀ fọwọ́ gbọ́mọ sí, kán mọ̀ rí dààmú.
Okay, I just feel I should witness this since I'm in Osun State, Ile-Ife. Mi ò rí mi bó ṣe ń ṣe, so that wùn mí kí n witness ẹ̀ bó ṣe máa ń ṣe. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, because I actually want to see how it is being done. This is actually my first time láti máa gbọ́ pé wọ́n ń ṣe ọdún ọlọ́jọ́. So that's why I'm here to see how it is being done.
Actually, this is my first time in Ife per se. I've heard so much of the Oni of Ife, so I came here to witness whatever it is it's called, to know what Yoruba culture is all about.
Mo encourage àwọn youth wa láti máa bá wa gbé àwọn àṣà wa ga, láti máa gbé àwọn àṣà wa ga káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, káàkiri gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè. Àwa ń gbé àṣà wa ga nílùú òyìnbó. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé a ti rí so many people lórí YouTube or social media. A fi èèyàn kankan rúbọ mọ́ o. À ń fi ìdùnnú wa hàn kí ọ̀rọ̀ wa kó lè máa dà, kán lè máa rántí ìlú wa. Bí ẹ ṣe rí Ifẹ̀ yìí, a ní Museum University in London. Wọ́n pè ní Ife Kingdom nílùú òyìnbó. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ wo àwọn nǹkan tá a níbẹ̀ £27 náà fi ń wò. Mi ń ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ olórìṣà o, yẹ̀yẹ́ ká máa gbé àṣà ga káàkiri ni o. Kò ṣe pé I'm a born again Christian. Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́.
I think maybe when you come for a festival like this, to be an organizer or coordinator or to be someone close to the king, you have to be swallowing some juju.
Swallowing words? I don't know. I think juju is that not like a Western word to try and demonize our culture? The people that told you it is voodoo and it's black magic and it's juju, have you gone through their own because they use English? You think it's better, or what's the meaning of wizard and warlock? Have you thought about it? What? Okay, it just sounds cool, or mage, or it's the same thing. That's when you say Mary and all that. We have our own. It's the same thing. Their language is different from our language. Know your language, know your culture. So when they are saying that your own culture and tradition is demons, or is being demonized or being critiqued, you can reply to them and tell them, go and do your own too.
What exactly is the highlights of that you actually enjoy the most in this festival today?
Kukumanga. I'm actually Igbo. I came here with my mama. This is my first time here. It's colorful first. It's lovely, and I think the highlight is having the Oba go into isolation to pray for the people. I think it's actually very important. Do you understand? Because a lot of people were waiting for him to come out for the prayers. It's very thoughtful, and then a lot of food, and I think a beautiful outfit too. So I think that's the highlight for me, for us.
Do you think it's a thing that you should embrace as a youth the more?
Yes, of course. Of course. Yes, the culture is what makes us. We're Nigerians. You cannot say you're a Nigerian and then you throw away your culture. I go anywhere, my culture goes with me. That's like my identity. So of course, no matter my level of education or enlightenment, the culture is part of it and it's embedded in me. So I think it's important.
Before now, the acceptance of our culture and our tradition was kind of really slow. But what I see this year, and from my experience as a priestess of the Orisha myself, I see that the acceptance is, getting steady, and it is, becoming more and more, the youth are beginning to accept the fact that, yes, they are Africans. Yes, they're Yorubas, they're, whatever tribe they come from. But I want to speak today as a promoter of the Yoruba culture. I see that the youth are beginning to appreciate more the culture and the tradition from what we are seeing today, from what we saw last month at the Olojo Festival in Lagos, and we are seeing it also today, that the youth are here, they're all over the place, and they're happy. I can see them dancing, well-dressed, of course in the Yoruba traditional wear. They're happy, they're dancing, and they're elated. So I think we're making progress with the acceptance of the culture.
Olojo is the dawn of a new day. It's a celebration of life, a celebration of the Are crown, a celebration of the Oni of Ife, the celebration of Ile-Ife, the true source of the human race and the Yoruba culture here in Africa. That's what it is. It's more or less, the power behind this is the power of Ashe. Once Baba comes out with their rare crown, everybody's prayers will be answered as long as you believe in that prayer. It's not as if there's no rituals, have you seen any blood sacrifices around here? Have you seen anything diabolical? None of the sort. It's just actual culture and religion. It's what we are meant to be practicing. It's nothing far from that.
The Oni Ojaja to actually try as much as possible to infuse youth into this festival or the culture.
In all honesty, I cannot say, because he is such a great man and where he draws his inspiration from, I can't say or tell. But I just know that he has a plan for every single youth of the nation and of the continent. And he wants us to be more inclusive because, quite frankly, we are the future. Without us, I don't know how else we would grow. So he's just trying to encourage us to do good, to be better, to encourage people to the togetherness and the oneness of being African before anything else. We're African before we are Yoruba. We are Yoruba before we are Nigerians. You get that kind of thing. So let us remember who we are from home. Okay, yes, so we are all here as one to help grow and aid the nation to be a better place. And that's what he wants to do. He's bringing the youth because the youth are the innovative ones, are the creatives, are the ones that are coming up with new ideas, are the people that understand the turning times. So if you don't include them into this thing, how do you else want to improve or evolve the culture, as it were? So he's doing that so that we can be able to help to build our culture in general, be it Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, to be one togetherness so that we can be able to foster a better growth for the country at large.
Watch, like, and subscribe to Flaming TV.
Fanimoku, Yeye Olokun Olosa. Keep watching Flaming TV and please subscribe to their YouTube and Instagram channel.
And everywhere. What do I love you?
As you can see, we are worldwide now. Culture is interesting and tradition is real, and we are dedicated to keep telling our stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification button right there. See you next time.